Introduction of Etika. Etika is part of Maybank Group, operate in Malaysia and selected regional market like Singapore and Cambodia. It provides both conventional insurance and Sharia compliant takaful product through agent, branches and Maybank bancassurance. Etika Family Takaful offer a wide range of plans such as family, general, medical, education and personal accident takaful. It designed to protect life, health, asset and education. This is all based on Sharia principle and risk sharing.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Quratul Aini binti Samsudin with number metric A24839190. Today I will be presenting my part, which is scenario 1, family takaful protection for an individual client. In this case study, the focus is on a single mother, where financial risks such as death or disability will not only affect her, but also the future and well-being of her dependent children. Based on the client's background and financial position, several important needs can be identified. Firstly, she needs income replacement so that her dependents can continue their life if she is no longer able to earn an income. Secondly, she needs financial protection for her children, especially during their education years. Lastly, the takaful plan must be affordable, simple and sustainable as her income is limited and fixed. The coverage amount is calculated using the income replacement approach. With a monthly income of RM3,200, the RM200,000 benefit can replace approximately 5 years of income. Next, we move to contribution versus benefit. Over the 15 years protection period, the total contribution paid by the client is approximately RM27,000 ringgit. In exchange, the client received protection of up to RM200,000 ringgit, which show that family takaful offers a high benefit to cost ratio. Next, let's move to protection and compensation part. In the event of death or total permanent disability, the takaful benefit will be paid as a lump sum to the nominated beneficiaries. This ensures that the family can immediately access funds without delay to manage urgent financial needs. Optional riders such as critical illness coverage may be added if affordable, but the main focus remains on essential protection. For principle of ethics and transparency part, this care plan is structured through to the client financial capability with affordable emphasis and good disclosure of benefits, exclusions and claims procedures. There is no element of suspicion or overselling, ensuring ethical and maintaining financial planning. In practicality of the plan also shows that this family takaful plan is practical because it matches the client income level, age and family responsibilities. Now I will explain the challenge faced in designing the family takaful plan for this client. The first challenge is the client limited financial capacity. As a single mother, she depends entirely on a fixed monthly salary and has very limited saving and emergency funds. Because of this, she is very sensitive to the rising cost of living. Any increase in daily expenses may affect her ability to consistently pay the monthly takaful contribution. The third challenge involves additional protection versus budget limitation. The client is worried that a serious illness or disability could quickly deplete her saving. Although adding critical illness coverage would offer better protection, it would also increase the contribution beyond her budget. Therefore, careful prioritization is required to focus on essential family protection while ensuring the takaful plan remains sustainable.
This is my client profile. Client need analysis. Nur Hafizah binti Ibrahim, a 36 years old, married, an audit officer that earning 3,000 per month, has limited saving and own a car and home. Her jobs, travel risk and short-term saving make family takaful essential for income protection. Motor and house owner takaful for asset security and education takaful to plan for future children's education. From here, we can see the total of monthly contribution is only RM250, which is 120 for Etika Family Takaful, RM80 for Education Takaful, and RM50 for Etika General Takaful. The proposed takaful plan is fully Sharia compliant, emphasizing fairness, transparency and social responsibility. Operating under tabarruk and wakalah contracts, participants share risk through a common fund while Etika acts only as the operator. The plan is free from riba, gharar and maisir with clear disclosure of fees, contribution, benefit, exclusion and claims to ensure justice and protection of participants' rights. The plan is fully ethical and transparent based on the client's real needs and financial capacity with no caution or mis-selling. Recommendations are backed up by structured risk analysis, ensuring trust, honesty and integrity. Clients are clearly informed about contribution, benefit, exclusion, claims, and enabling fair decision while promoting mutual assistance and align with Islamic value of justice, compassion, and societal well-being. Practically and justification of solution, the takaful plan is tailored to the client needs with an affordable 250 per month covering family, education and general takaful. It prioritizes critical risk over 150,000 for income replacement and protect key assets like home and car. Challenges faced. First, financial commitment. Staying consistent with monthly contribution require discipline, especially when expenses change. Second, awareness and understanding. Client must clearly understand takaful concept, such as protection, saving and investment to avoid confusion. Third, changing life needs. Protection needs involve with life event like having children or acquiring new assets, so plan must be flexible and regularly reviewed.
Okay, so this is my client profile. Okay, my client's name is Mr. Shahini bin Shari. He is 34 years old and a teacher at secondary school. So his monthly income is around RM 3.5k. He is married with his wife named Mr. Stankuno Shazwani, 31 years old, and she is a housewife, and they are two children, one boy and one girl. So this client owns two major assets, a personal vehicle and terrace house of his own. His existing cover is limited to a basic hospital plan from the government. He has expressed concerns about financial protection in the event of an accident, future education savings for his children, and is keen on a Sharia-compliant solution. The available budget for takaful contribution is between RM 150 and RM 250 per month. So, risk of health. If Mr. Shahimi were to become ill and become incapacitated due to accidents, his wife and dependent children would lose their only source of income. With a monthly income of 3.5k, the family's estimated monthly living expense would be around RM 2,500 ringgit Malaysia. The existing health benefits insurance only provides a limited payout around RM 2,800 to RM 5,000, which is not enough to cover the long-term living and the education needs of his children. Without medical takaful coverage, his family may face financial difficulties, including challenge in medical costs, their children's education, and meeting basic living expense. And then, the table is proposed of plan design. The objective of this section is to provide comprehensive information on medical takaful for Mr. Shahimi, 34 years old teacher in a school, which has been set up to meet a monthly budget between RM 100 to RM 200. Hence, a monthly contribution of his RM 180. Mr. Shahini's medical takaful product will enable him to save to cover his treatment and medical costs, thus enabling him to achieve his financial goals in the event of something unexpected happening to his life or his ability to earn an income. So this is calculation of contribution versus compensation or leverage analysis. Okay, financial leverage is discussed in this section as the ability to obtain a high level of protection value with the very little money. So Mr. Shahini can invest only RM 1,440 per year and immediately create a protection fund of RM 45,000 for all natural costs and up to RM 100,000 for accidental deaths. Therefore, his annual contribution creates a large safety net that is more than 40 times larger than the amount of he invests in the safety net, meaning that if his income stops due to an unexpected event, he can access a large amount of cash relatively quickly to help him maintain in his lifestyle. And then the table is show a protection and compensation schedule. So the schedule details specific cash payment by Mr. Shahini or his beneficiaries will receive during different emergency. It addresses his concern that an accident or illness could impact his savings. The table shows disability compensation percentage. Mr. Shahini expands into a variety of potential physical and mental threats. The medical cover has provided written documentation listing the different amount you may receive depending on the severity of your physical injury, which will be the provision to repay the total sum insured. Okay, for example, if you lost one of your arms or legs, your medical can cover and will pay you 50% of the total sum insured. Okay, Sharia compliance and ethical consideration for medical takaful plan has three. First, Sharia compliance. Second, ethical consideration in operating. And last, ethical consideration in service. Okay, first, Sharia compliance. Medical takaful ethical conducts its operation within a Sharia-based model that emphasizes justice, mutual support, and fair sharing of risk among contributors. Okay, this scheme is based on tabarruk, which is essentially a contribution on the part of contributors to support other contributors for medical treatment. And second, ethical consideration in operating. Ethical medical takaful adopt its ethics in a very open and forward way with a sense of social responsibility. And last, ethical consideration in service. Ethical medical takaful takes into consideration the ethics involved in providing healthcare. It provides safe and successful healthcare practice, excludes unnecessary healthcare practice, and ensures that the members are able to gain immediate access to healthcare. Next, practicality and justification of solutions. For medical takaful plan, we have three. First, justification based on financial. Second, justification based on comprehensive protection. Third, justification based on Sharia principles. Medical takaful has very flexible and Sharia compliant coverage, but it faces a number of challenges which might reduce its efficiency if not managed carefully. Most of the contributors are middle class individuals, and for them it might seem like a burden to pay every month, especially when they could be taking care of some other financial obligations such as house loan, car loan, or children's education. So, for medical takaful, we have 5 challenge phase. First, monthly contribution costs can be burdensome for some middle-income participants. Second, lack of awareness and understanding of the concept of takaful and tabarruk. Third, length claims process or complicated documentation. Fourth, limited coverage limits or availability of specific products. And last, risk of non-Sharia compliant investment management affecting participant confidence.
Hi, my name is Siti Aisyah Syafiqah binti Muhammad Azri. My matric number A2483499. I begin with our client, Alia Apika, a 22 years old, factory operator at Blue Millet Unit, approximately IN 1,800 monthly. Her primary financial objective is to fund a bachelor degree within a short 3 to 5 year horizon. However, she has no existing coverage and operates on a strict monthly budget and of IN 18 to IN 120. Our analysis identified a critical need for capital preservation since earlier, like emergency fund, any medical cases could deplete her education savings. Therefore, we must prioritize takaful riders such as personal accident and hospital income to serve as financial circuit breaker to protect her well from unexpected health-related leakage. We propose a Sharia-compliant investment-linked takaful plan with a contribution of Rm 100 per month. This plan offers immense leverage for just Rm 1,200 annually. Alia secure Rm 15,000 in basic coverage and up to Rm 19,000 per anticipated death. We also include specific indemnities such as a 15% payout Rm 20,000 for the loss of a limb, ensuring physical injuries do not result in financial ruin. To respect her value, the plan is based on bakalah and tabarruk concept, strictly avoiding riba and gharar. The structure fulfilling the maqasid al-Sharia objectives of protection of wealth, his amal, and protection of intellect, his al-aq. His solution is certified because it balances the need for protection with the realities of a low-income demographic. It provides a professional counter narrative to the misinformation of the form of social media requiring financial planning. Finally, we must address the challenges. A 3 to 5 years goal is very short for investment-linked plan, as financing fee reduce early gain value accumulation with a cap of Rm 120 per month. The plan may now fully fund the degree mathematically by it successfully secure her financial safety net against life uncertainties.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nuraina Yasmin binti Zulfaiz and my matrix numbers is A2483791. Today, I will present scenario 5, which is a personal accident takaful protection proposal for an individual client. My client is Mr. Zulfaiz bin Zayan. He is 48 years old and works as a technician with a monthly income of 4,800 ringgit. He is married to a housewife and has 4 children who are still studying and school. Mr. Zulfaiz has a saving target of 300,000 within 20 years, but this target has not yet been achieved. His main concerns are the risk of accidents at work, the cost of treatment due to accidents, as well as compensation in the event of temporary or permanent disability. If Mr. Zulfaiz dies in an accident, his family will lose their main source, which is 4,800 ringgit per month, while the estimated cost of living for the family is around 3,500 per month. The existing coverage is only a funeral benefit of around 3,000 to 5,000 ringgit, which is clearly not enough for the family long-term needs. Therefore, additional coverage is important to ensure the family's financial sustainability, avoid hardship, and provide peace of mind to their heirs. As a technician, Mr. Zulfaiz is often exposed to a high risk of accident while working. If he suffers permanent or partial disability, his monthly income of RM4,800 will be completely stopped. The cost of treatment and rehabilitation is estimated to be between RM10,000 to RM50,000, while the savings target of RM300,000 has not yet been achieved. This situation can cause serious financial stress to families without adequate protection. Based on the analysis of the client's need, the proposed plan is personal accident takaful. This plan provides coverage of RM200,000 for accidental deaths and RM200,000 for permanent disability. In addition, this plan also offers a hospital allowance of RM100 per day for a maximum of 60 days and accident treatment cost of up to RM5,000. The coverage period is for 20 years with monthly contribution between RM50 to RM70, which is still affordable for the client. In cases of partial disability, compensation is paid based on predetermined percentage of the injury. For example, the loss of one arm will receive 60% compensation, while the loss of vision in one eye will receive 40% compensation. This method ensures fairness, transparency, and reasonable compensation payment based on the actual extent of the injury. This personal accident takaful plan helpfully complies with Sharia principle and Islamic ethics. It is based on a concept of tabarruk, which is a contribution to a risk fund to help participants who are affected by misfortune. This plan is managed through a wakalah contract with transparent management charge and is free from usury, gharar, and maisir elements. This plan also fulfills the 5 objectives of Maqasid Sharia. First, Hif al-Nafs, which is to protect life through death and disability compensation. Second, Hif al-Mal, by protecting family savings through hospital allowance and treatment costs. Third, Hif al-Nas, ensuring the education and well-being of children continuous. Fourth, Hif al-Din, enabling families to fulfill their religious obligation without financial pressure. And lastly, Hif al-Aq, by reducing mental stress due to financial burdens after an accident. From an ethical point of view, this plan offers reasonable contribution with appropriate benefits. There is no elements of overselling as the recommendations are made based on the client's actual needs. All benefits, exclusion, and claim processes are clearly stated to avoid elements of gharar and maisir, as well as reflecting the values of Islamic trust and integrity. The compensation amount of RM200,000 is sufficient to cover the family's living costs for 4 to 5 years based on estimated living costs of RM3,500 over a month. This plan is also very practical because it is in line with the client job profile as a technician who is exposed to the risk of accident. Additional benefits such as a hospital allowance of RM100 per day and treatment cost of up to RM5,000 will help to reduce the financial burden on families during critical periods. The claim process is simple and transparent, requiring only a police report and medical certificate, with approval time ranging from 14 to 30 days. Among the main challenges is identifying the client's real needs because he already has basic coverage. The new plan must provide added value and not overlap with existing coverage. In addition, the challenge also involves determining the amount of coverage that is balanced with the client's income, cost of living, and contribution capacity. The next challenge is to ensure that the plan is fully Sharia compliant, free from riba, gharar, and maisir. In addition, data constraint on treatment costs require reasonable estimates based on industry sources. And the final challenge is to balance maximum coverage with a limited budget without compromising on the quality of coverage. In conclusion, this personal accident takaful plan is a practical Sharia compliant proposal that suits Mr. Zulfai's needs. This plan is able to protect the family's financial stability in the event of an accident with reasonable contribution and comprehensive benefits.
Conclusion, this takaful planning activity proves that having a customized Sharia compliance protection scheme is very necessary for every individual, including the middle class sector of teaching professionals, students, retirees, and other similar occupation-based class. The exercise also illustrates the benefits of comprehensive average. A complete takaful family plan does not only cover the essentials items such as accidents and emergencies. From a Sharia point of view, The above scenario highlights integrity in keeping with Islamic values via tabarruk, which entails mutual aid among participants. Such a model provides not only financial protection but also reflects Islamic values and moral. However, it seems that the simulation does not go unnoticed when it's come to challenge the cost of contributions, participants' understanding of takaful principles, claim processing, benefit limits, and investment of funds according Sharia principle can all be considered challenged.